This is Shane Watson here for PSP Sports. I'm lucky enough to be joined by Johnny Nelson. How are you, Johnny?
I'm fine, thank you. That was ended up getting a little hairy, didn't it?
I know, yeah. Finally, it started to pick up a little bit. It got a little bit exciting.
Yeah, I think listen, it's gamesmanship. Let me just tell you something about Tony Bellew. Tony Bellew is one of the most astute fighters and analysts of fights around, and he understands the fight game. He understands the fight mentality. He understands how a fight will play out. He knows David Haye inside out. He knows how this is flowing. He knows David Haye's trying his hardest to stay humble, to stay calm. So he's going to push those buttons. Now it got to a point where David was starting to bite without even realising it. And that's the first time he's done this at this stage, in this build-up to at any stage in the build-up for this fight. Now what happened there on the stage, you know, that was David just bubbling over. Now David put his head into Tony as if to say, you know, I'm subtly trying to just put it on you, and Tony wouldn't have it, pushed it. Now I know for a fact Tony's no fool. He needs to get David to hate him. If he gets David to hate him, then David fights angry. If David fights angry, he does exactly the same thing he did in the last fight, and that's how Tony needs him to fight. I think this is going to become a more decisive finish. I think it's going to be a better fight than the last one, but I'd be surprised if it goes the distance.
Who are you favouring towards then?
It's hard, because if you're going past form, you say Tony Bellew every day of the week. If you'd have asked me 6-7 years ago, I'd said David Haye, without a doubt. David Haye's conditioned himself to that old David Haye. I think what's happened in the past, David hasn't respected his opponents, and so therefore he's got the wins, but he's not looked great. And Tony saw that. I think now he's had to respect Tony. The problem is, can he turn back time? Can he produce the old David Haye? There's certain things that tell me he can't, but there's certain things that tell me, oh my God, maybe he can. But if you're going on paper, you're going on past form, you would say Tony Bellew. But if David Haye can produce what he produced 6-7 years ago, I'd take David Haye. I'll buy stoppage as well.
The reaction online, a lot of people are thinking that David Haye's actually got under Tony Bellew's skin this time.
No, listen, Tony's the smartest cook in listen, he knows he's the kind of guy that finds calm throughout chaos. Don't be fooled by that. You'll have the massive argument, you'll be all flustered, and Tony will just smile as if say, got you. He ain't gone under Tony's skin, trust me.
Do you believe that Tony Bellew's got the power to knock David Haye out?
I think they've both got the power to knock each other out. I think they've both got the ability to knock each other out. And that's why this fight, to me, I don't know why people don't realise, this will be a wicked fight. It'll be, and it's a crossroad for both fighters. For David, if he loses, he's done. For Tony, if he loses, and what? You know, he can carry on and compete and defend his cruiserweight title. It's the end of the road for David if he loses. So the pressure's on him.
So do you think David will be a lot fitter than the last time out?
Yeah, he will be, without a doubt, definitely. And he'll have a lot more respect for Tony. He'll have a different attitude for Tony. He'll have a lot more respect for Tony's speed, his boxing ability, his boxing brain, and that's why it's hard to say Tony wins again. It's hard to say David wins, because I don't know if David's can produce the old David. I've not seen it for a while, and I'm talking before the Chisora fight. So if he can produce the old David, then I'd say David. But I've not seen it, and that's the problem.
You see, in the press conference, David Haye mentioned that if it goes past 6 rounds, Ismail Salas has told him how to break him down. Do you think Ismail Salas is the type of trainer that can get the respect of David Haye, that maybe he won't go in there so reckless, like you just said?
You look at David's team, and David's now got a team, got some old faces and new faces within his team. He's got some wisdom in his team. The one thing you can't buy, borrow, pretend to have is experience and wisdom. So David has got Ruben back on board to condition him. He knows his body inside out. Ismail, he knows, he's a great tactician. He knows how it works. You know, he's made sure he's done everything right, because he's thinking, oh my God, I've let this slip. What have I done? You know, so now fitness is not going to be an issue. This is about timing. It's about tactics. Fitness isn't an issue. The physical side of it, I'm not even thinking about that. It's about timing and tactics.
So do you expect David Haye to come out reckless like last time and load up?
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. You've got two instinctive, explosive fighters that can punch, that want to fight, that are dangerous. I think it's going to be a clever chess match until an opening happens, and trust me, if an opening's there, they'll both go for it.
And if David Haye does win well, where would you expect him to go on from then?
Joshua, without a doubt.
And you think that would be the next fight for him, straight up? And how about a win for Tony Bellew?
Tony Bellew could retire if he wanted to. Tony Bellew could fight Andre Ward next. Tony Bellew could fight, defend his cruiserweight world title. Tony Bellew, there's fights for him. So that's how it is.
Yeah, and also to quickly round up, I know you've probably heard about it all week and it's probably getting a little bit annoying, but Wilder Joshua, what's your thoughts on that? Do you think that fight realistically will get made this year?
It'll get made, but the devil's in the detail, and right now nobody wants to show the detail of the contract, so it will get made. It could get made. It's just they've got to sit down and negotiate. So don't be surprised if you get a big announcement.
Okay, thanks for talking to PSC Sports today. No, catch up with you ahead of fight night.
Nice one.